Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. According to Mike Coopinger, Jermell Charlo will rematch Tony Harrison in June, and that will be a very interesting fight. Typically, when you see a guy like this and he loses in the manner he lost by making no adjustments in the fight, you would expect him to take another interim fight to try to make the adjustments in that fight to try to carry them over to a potential rematch. Jermell Charlo's not doing that. His trainer, Derek James, wants him to go into an immediate rematch. Jermell Charlo wants in a rematch. They felt like they should have won the first match, but I didn't see him being able to do anything but headhunt for that entire fight. It was a 12-round unanimous decision that Tony Harrison won back in December, and I think it's going to be a very interesting rematch. Typically, the rematch always favor the boxer instead of the puncher. These guys aren't far off about height and reach. In age, I think they're about the same age as well. Jermell Charlo being 28 years old and 5'11", and Tony Harrison being 28 years old and 6'1". So Tony Harrison is going to have a slight height and reach advantage over Jermell Charlo, but I don't think that made a huge significant difference in the first fight. I think his movement troubled Jermell, the fact that Jermell had no answer for that. And I think the fact that, Derek James was unable to provide him the assistance that he needed in that fight to make the adjustments necessary to overcome the adversity. The guy was headhunting the entire fight, and he just got more and more aggressive, which played into the hands of Tony Harrison. So Tony Harrison knew what to do, knew to keep moving. If Tony Harrison's condition was fantastic and superb, he was not able to wear him down. I would have liked to see Jermell Charlo go to the body to slow Tony Harrison down towards the later rounds. So you got to put in that work early in the fight to slow him down late in the fight. These are basic concepts and fundamentals that Derek James did not employ with this fighter, Jermell Charlo, early in that fight. And so I think that helped cost him the fight, because this was essentially a showcase fight for Jermell Charlo, one that he was unable to showcase his talents and skills, and he lost. Therefore, he was exposed as a hype job, because people hype Jermell Charlo up as being one of the best boxers in the world today. Some people even had him on their pound for pound list. But when you're an unproven fighter, a one-dimensional fighter with a coach who's just not at an elite or a top level, these things will always be exposed, because these guys have not earned it, have not proved it against top level competition. But once again, Unbiased, as always, this is the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.